Do you want to make sure you're taking care of your natural hair as healthy as possible? Well, I'm going to give you 10 healthy hair hacks. And trust me, you may not be doing all of them. Let's find out. Hey guys, Karen with Curl House. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, a certified trichologist, and the owner of the Curl House Hair Restoration Collection. And do you know what time it is? It is blowout season. So this is the season that we blow out our hair, or at least for me, I do a blowout once a year, and it's typically during the fall winter season. So the first hack is all about the healthiest way to do your blowout. So typically, you probably get a protein treatment after your blowout. Do you? Okay, if you don't, you should. But this year, I challenge you to get your protein treatment before your blowout. So if you're going to straighten your hair this year, then I encourage you to do a protein treatment prior to the heat styling. That protein treatment is going to reinforce the hair strands, making it strong so that the heat doesn't damage the hair, or coming out of the blowout, your hair strands will be just as healthy coming out of the blowout as it is going into the blowout. So I encourage you, get your protein treatment before your blowout, and you can get it when you come out of your blowout. And that is hack number 1. And speaking of heat, that leads to my next hack. If you want to minimize the amount of heat that you put to your hair, specifically from the hand blow dryer, this year, as opposed to blow drying your hair saturated wet after you wash and condition it, try letting your hair air dry for about 15 or 20 minutes, or you can sit under a hooded dryer for about 20 minutes to get out some of that moisture so that you don't have to put as much direct heat from the hand blow dryer before you flat iron it. Or this is the same if you want to elongate your hair a little bit before twisting it to get a longer twist out, then let your hair air dry a little bit before using that handheld dryer. That means less heat, less potential for damage. So that's hack number 2. Okay, so if your hair is feeling a little thirsty, a little dry, and maybe you ran out of your favorite leave-in conditioner or moisturizing spray, do you know you can make your own? That is hack number 3. Take your favorite rinse out conditioner, put it in a spray bottle. So specifically, take 3 ounces of conditioner and mix it with about 8 ounces of water. Shake it up, and you have just created a hydrating spray. So you can do it yourself right at home. Make your own hydrating spray using your favorite conditioner. All right, hack number 4. If you are in a rush and you want to style your hair very quickly and you don't have time to sit under the dryer for an hour or 2 hours, or for some of us it might be 3 or 4 hours, if you need a quick and easy hairstyle, I encourage you to try using mousse. Mousse dries so quickly under the dryer. So if you want to do your wash and go using mousse, or if you want to do a twist out using mousse, try using mousse. You will be amazed at how quickly it dries, and the outcome of your hair will be full and fluffy with the mousse. Now, I will be totally transparent. I have not had very good experiences with longevity of hairstyles using mousse, because mousse doesn't really last long in my hair. The hairstyle doesn't last long, but I can tell you, if I need a quick and easy style, like a same day style, then I go to mousse. So that is hack number 4. Try using mousse as a styler if you need a quick and easy hairstyle that dries quickly. Now, this tip is about wash day. This is to help kind of shave off a little bit of time from your wash day, particularly if you have a lot of hair and you have to spend hours going through this whole process of shampooing your hair, conditioning, detangling, parting, styling. So this hack is to help you shave off just a little bit of time during wash day. So when your conditioner is in, that is the best time to detangle your hair with a lot of conditioner in it. And when you detangle it, make sure you part your hair and put in big chunky twists or braids. Now, when you wash that conditioner out, keep those twists in. Don't take them out. Because if you keep the twist in, your hair is still going to remain detangled when it's time for you to actually style your hair. And when you do it that way, you don't have to go back through this process of re-detangling your hair. And secondly, while you're parting your hair to put those twists in, if you know how you want to style your hair and if it's going to require a certain parting technique, or go ahead and put it in those parts, how you would style it with the conditioner in it. And when you rinse it all out, your hair is already pre-parted for styling and it's already detangled. And that is going to shave off a little bit of time from your style day. That is hack number 5. Now, the next one is for those of us who are on fire at night and we are sweating, or if you exercise a lot like me and you sweat. Either one, either being on fire and sweating or exercising and you're sweating. You have to get that sweat out of your scalp. Sweat left on your scalp will lead to dryness and an itchy scalp, because sweat essentially is just water and salt and urea. But that water in your sweat will evaporate. And when it evaporates, guess what's left? Salt. Salt dries your hair out, dries your scalp out, and could eventually lead to breakage. So hack number 6 is to clarify your scalp to remove the sweat, either using a apple cider vinegar rinse or using hydrosol. So if you want to use apple cider vinegar, you're basically going to take about 1 to 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, mix it in about 8 ounces of water, shake it up, and spray it on your scalp. You don't have to wash it out because it will dissolve, and it will help to remove the sweat or the salt from your scalp. Now, the other thing you can do, if you want something that smells a little better than ACV, then you can try a lavender or a lemongrass hydrosol. So a hydrosol is not the same as like a lavender water. Lavender water is lavender infused into water, whereas a hydrosol is a little bit different. It's the byproduct of the distillation process from essential oils. So it is a little different from lavender water, but lavender hydrosol or lemongrass are excellent for your scalp. You can take it and spray it right on your scalp. They are both clarifying, they are astringents, and they will definitely help to remove that buildup from your scalp. Or if you are someone who uses the Curl House Hair Restoration Collection, my leave-in conditioner, this has lavender hydrosol in it as well. So if you just want to spray this on your scalp, which is what I do when I wake up from a hot, sweaty night, then this is an option too. So that's the next hack. Use an ACV rinse or a hydrosol to clarify your scalp if you have a lot of sweat. And since we're talking about the scalp, for those of you who have a flaky scalp, let me tell you what not to do. Don't take a comb and do this. Lift up those flakes with the comb. Oh, don't do that. You may be damaging your hair follicle. Instead of doing it that way, wet your entire scalp first. When you wet your scalp, you are going to loosen up those flakes, first of all. And when you loosen up the flakes, then you can apply whatever shampoo you apply, massage it in, and gently lift up the flakes. Or you can take a scalp brush like this one. This is a scalp brush. This is actually a part of the Curl House collection as well. You can take a scalp brush and gently lift up the flakes that way. That way, you're not damaging your hair follicle when you have a flaky scalp. So that is hack number 7. Make sure you do not comb your flakes to lift them up. Wet your hair down, use a shampoo, use your fingers to massage the flakes up, or use a scalp brush to lift them up. That is going to make sure your scalp stays healthy. And if you have a healthy scalp, guess what? Healthy hair grows out of a healthy scalp. I think this is hack number 7, but I think I'm losing track. But this hack is for my swimmers or for those who go on vacation and like to get their hair wet. Instead of just jumping in the pool and letting your hair get saturated wet, I want you to do something different. I want you to pre-wet your hair with tap water. And let me show you why. Okay, so I want you to imagine that this glass is your hair strand. So when you wet your hair, the inside of your hair will get full of water. So if this is your hair strand and it's full of water, if you jump in a pool and if your hair strand is already wet, it's better for it to be full of tap water than it is for it to be full of chlorine water. When it's full of chlorine water, then that is what weakens your hair over time. So that is hack number 7. Make sure you pre-wet your hair before jumping into a pool or getting into salty water. This is hack number 8. For those of you who are rocking your protective styles this fall and winter, I want to make sure that not only your hair remains healthy in a protective style, but when you come out of the protective style. So if you're wearing a protective style like braids, what you do not want to do after keeping your braids in for 6 to 8 weeks is to take out the braids and just wash your hair. Don't do that. You want to pre-detangle your hair before wetting it. So when your hair is in braids, it is still shedding. And your hair can shed anywhere from 50 to 100 strands per day. So when you take your braids out, then all of that shed hair from 6 to 8 weeks is still going to be in your hair shaft. If you just wet your hair down, guess what's going to happen? Your hair is going to turn into a matted mess. So don't do that. Instead, take your braids down, take a water bottle, mist your hair just slightly, take a wide tooth comb, detangle your hair. Take out all of that shed hair first before shampooing it. And you can also add some conditioner to your hair and soften the hair before shampooing it. So that is hack number 8. Make sure that you pre-detangle your hair before getting it saturated wet when you come out of your protective style. This is hack number 10. I got my numbers mixed up, so this is the last one. So I'm gonna close out with this hack concerning protective styles again. When you're in protective styles, make sure that your protective style is not causing you to neglect the care of your natural hair. So if you are wearing protective styles this fall and winter, make sure that you are keeping your hair moisturized, even in your protective style. So I'm gonna go back to that example with the braids. If you have your hair in braids, for example, you can still take a leave-in conditioner or moisturizer and spray it along the length of your hair. That is going to keep your hair hydrated, because the number one reason that our hair will break off is due to dryness. If you're not moisturizing or hydrating your hair at all for 6 to 8 weeks, when you come out of that protective style, you could end up losing more hair than gaining. So make sure that you are keeping your hair moisturized or hydrated in your protective style. And that way you get to keep all of your hair that you grow while you are giving it a break from combing and styling. All right, y'all, hope you enjoyed this video. If you are looking for a product line to help you maintain the health of your hair, the health of your scalp, a product line that's going to encourage growth, I encourage you to consider the Curl House Hair Restoration Collection. Okay, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss a video. And until we talk again, stay fabulous.